Hi, I'm Life Coach Landry, and the topic is 9 things manipulative people do. Manipulative people have mastered the art of deception. They may appear respectable and sincere and, uplifting and the type that holds you to a certain standard, but often that's just a facade. It's a way to draw you in and ensnare you in a relationship before they show their true colors. Manipulation and people are really not interested in you. It's one of those things where they look at you as like a vehicle to allow them to gain control. So that's, so that you become unwilling to participate in their plans. They have several ways of doing this, and as many of you will recognize, they will often take what you say and do it and twist it around so that, what you said becomes barely recognizable to you. Following, 9 traits of manipulative people after some research. So these things are going to help you know what to watch for when one comes your way. Understanding these basic mechanisms can help you prevent you getting pulled into a manipulative relationship. Stay alert. Number 1, manipulative people either lack insight into how they engage others and create certain scenarios, or they truly believe that their way of handling a situation is the only way, because it means that their needs are being met, and that's all that matters. Ultimately, all situations and relationships are about them. They're always the victim, they're always the creator of most situations, and they're usually the creator of most major situations. And what others think, feel, and really want doesn't matter. Controllers, abusers, and manipulative people don't question themselves. They don't ask themselves if the problem is them. They always say the problem is somebody else. Number 2, manipulative people do not understand the concept of boundaries. They are relentless in the pursuit of what they want, and they have little regard for who gets hurt along the way. Crowding into your space physically, emotionally, psychologically, spiritually is of no concern to them. They lack understanding about what personal space and identity mean, or they just don't care. They like to be like a parasite. In the natural world, this is often an acceptable relationship. In human behavior, however, feeding off someone at their expense is depleting, exhausting, weakening, and demeaning. Number 3, a manipulator avoids responsibility for his or her own conduct by blaming others for causing it. It's not that manipulative people don't understand responsibility. They do. A manipulative person just sees nothing wrong with refusing to take responsibility for their actions, even while making you take responsibility for yours. Ultimately, they may try to get you to take responsibility by satisfying your needs, leaving no room for filling yours. Let's say you're in a relationship right now. Let's say you suspect something's on somebody's phone. Let's say you go through their phone and you find something, and they admit to it to some degree. But then they also find it important to point out your flaws and why they're insecure because of you. To say, yeah, you went through my phone, you may have found something, but look at how you are. Look at your personality. Look at the way all of a sudden they start switching it so that you don't recognize why you even jumped into this conversation in the first place. Now, obviously, going through someone's phone, that's wrong. You should never do it. But once information is seen, it's seen, and there's no way around that. Okay? Number 4, manipulative people prey on our sensibilities, emotional sensitivity, and especially conscientious. They know they have a good chance of hooking you into a relationship because you were kind, feeling, caring, and of course because you want to help. They may cater to your goodness and kindness at first, often praising you for a wonderful person you are, but over time, praise of these qualities will become minimized because you are being used in the service of someone who really doesn't care. They really just care about what you can do for them. So in other words, if you're with somebody and let's say it seems like a toxic relationship, yet they keep calling you every once in a while and trying to bring you back in. I don't mean they call you in a nice way. They still remind you of things they don't like about you. But they call you over 1 week and they act like they totally want to be with you, and the next week they're dismissive. That's because they're keeping you around for selfish needs. They're not consistent. Inconsistent people are often manipulators. If you want, number 5, if you want an easy way to discern manipulators from empathetic people, pay attention to the way they speak about others in relation to you. They will often talk about you behind your back the same way they talk about you to others. They are masters at triangulation, is what it's called, creating scenarios and dynamics that allow you for intrigue, rivalry, and jealousy, and encourage and promote disharmony. Now remember, men out there, if you're listening to this, if you're dating a woman who's doing this, that's a bad sign of feminine energy. Feminine energy is connection, love, bridges, communication, people getting together. Men, masculine energy is focus, mission oriented, being strong, making sure everybody's happy collectively. So number 6 would be never waste your time trying to explain who you are to people who are committed to misunderstanding you. I'm going to say that line one more time because it's probably the most important line out here. Never waste your time trying to explain who you are to people who are committed to misunderstanding you. If someone doesn't get you, don't hang around waiting until they do. Don't make it your mission to get them to understand and like you. They're not interested in you as a person. Number 7, characterized by people, their actions, will never be fooled by their words. Okay? Always remember that what a person says and does are two separate things. Observe someone closely without making excuses for them. Usually, what you see is what you get. Number 8, if the individual put as much effort into being a good person as they do in pretending to be one, they could actually be a good person. This is an essential point. Number 9, examine what you believe often. We don't do this enough. As life progresses, our beliefs and attitudes may change, and we may need to know how these changing ideas affect us. But I'm going to leave you with this last thought. When it comes to controlling human beings, there's no better way to look at it than the instrument of being a human being. Okay? Being a human being that lies. Because you see, humans live by beliefs, and beliefs can be manipulated. The power to manipulate beliefs is the only thing that counts. Okay? So I hope this information was helpful to you. And if you want to work on staying away, leaving, or avoiding in the future manipulators, contact me at the email below in the description. And if you just found this video of value, you can show that appreciation by clicking on the donation link below, and I will talk to you soon.